All right, guys. So I really enjoyed this next match. It was like a classic match. It was I like the pairing of the two opponents together. One was like a like the underdog, smaller, kind of like light and weight, but always tries to get the job done. Sound technique, high flying ability versus like a powerhouse smash mouth wrestler, old back in the day, will like just drag your face across the rope, kind of grind the forearm and the cheekbone kind of wrestler. Those kind of wrestlers always match up very good. It's like the high flying underdog who's a little smaller versus like the more muscular, more like nitty gritty striking back in the day kind of wrestler. So we had Dax Hardwood. We had Dax Hardwood come out. He came out with Tully Blanchard and Cash Wheeler, and it was Dax Hardwood. I'm getting used to their new names because I'm used to their revival names. But they came out, FTR, and they were going against Jungle Boy. Well, not them, just Dax Hardwood was going against Jungle Boy. And then the stipulation for this match was Jungle Boy came out with Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus was going to be handcuffed to Tony Blanchard and Cash Wheeler because they constantly get into the matches and mess up the matches and cheat. So they were all handcuffed together, so they couldn't mess up this match. So it was just Jungle Boy and Dax Hardwood one-on-one. Phenomenal match. I really liked this match. It was awesome back and forth. I didn't know who was going to win. I thought at points Jungle Boy was about to win. I really thought at points that Dax Hardwood, so I'm getting used to his name, Dax Hardwood, was going to win. Dax Hardwood, crazy, because he's more muscular than Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy is kind of small. I think he weighs like 175 or something, or 150. But Dax Hardwood, sorry, he would hit Jungle Boy with crazy shoulder blocks that knocked him off his feet. Jungle Boy, very resilient, very talented young wrestler, hit him with European uppercuts, drop kicks, float over pins. Dax Hardwood, when he did his pins on Jungle Boy, literally Jungle Boy would kick out a millisecond before the referee's hand would hit for 3. It was crazy, and he did that so many times where like I thought the match was over, but Jungle Boy kicked out at like the last millisecond. It was a long, hard-fought match going back and forth. Dax Hardwood hit crazy moves. He did a back body drop off the top rope. I thought that was it. Jungle Boy worked on Dax Hardwood's left shoulder throughout the match. Dax Hardwood, I'm trying to remember his name so I don't mess it up, and don't call him the revival name, sorry. But Dax Hardwood hit Jungle Boy with like hard smash mouth chops and kicks to the face. Jungle Boy was getting revved up, hitting him back with chops and like super kicks and things like that. They had like this crazy kind of sequence where they kept pinning each other in so many different pin combinations. First it would be like a roll up, then the other person would switch it back to a roll up to like a crucifix pin. The other person would switch it over to a cradle pin to a regular pin to like these just crazy pin combinations, and they both kept kicking out at the last minute. What else happened? I'm trying to remember all this. Oh yeah, Jungle Boy's entrance. Jungle Boy entrance theme, I didn't know the crowd sings with his entrance theme, so like that's kind of cool because then it reminds you of Chris Jericho's entrance theme where everybody's just singing it, or like Sami Zayn where they're like, oh, whoa, like everybody's singing it. So and Jungle Boy's theme, I kind of like it. It's kind of like a mixture of like Phil Collins, I Can Feel It in the Air Tonight, mixed with like Toto's Africa song. So I kind of really like it. Dax Hardwood hit Jungle Boy with a crazy like ricochet off the rope power bomb. Luchasaurus, sorry. This match got me very excited, so I'm like my mind's all over the place. Jungle Boy hit Dax Hardwood with a crazy ricochet off the rope clothesline. I had to write some of this down because I can't remember all of it. So it's crazy back and forth. And then right down to the end, so Dax Hardwood, I forgot what move he did, but then Jungle Boy kind of caught Dax Hardwood and put him in a what was it? What's this finisher called? The submission, the snare trap. He put him in the snare trap, and I thought like Luchasaurus, like I thought Tully Blanchard and Cash Wheeler was going to get involved. I thought they were going to somehow get out of the handcuffs and get involved, because I was thinking of the whole match, and I really was thinking like Dax Hardwood would cheat somehow and win, but he tapped out. So Jungle Boy won the match. I was surprised that Jungle Boy won the match, a one-on-one match with Dax Hardwood, and he won. That was very surprising to me. But yeah, he won the match. It was honestly phenomenal match. I would say that's probably the best match of the night so far. That's the best match of the night. But yeah, so after the win, when Jungle Boy was celebrating, Cash Wheeler, Tully Blanchard, they got out the handcuffs. Tully Blanchard took like like the powder that you put on your hands for like weightlifters or whatever, threw it in Luchasaurus' face. Then they beat up Luchasaurus, got in the ring, beat up Jungle Boy. Then they handcuffed Luchasaurus to the ropes and cut off, like, because he wears a mask, they cut off his like horns on his mask. I don't know why they did that. I thought they were gonna cut his mask off, but they cut off the horns to the mask. And then they were about to cut Jungle Boy's hair off with the scissors. But then Marco Stunt came out with a chair, and SCU came out to help out because they don't like the FTR either. And they were about to beat up FTR. They ran out the ring. Honestly, that was a phenomenal match. Like that, I'm pretty sure that's the greatest match of tonight. We're gonna see how it goes because there's still some more matches to come tonight. But that's one of the greatest matches tonight, or this week, honestly. Alright, so next up on AEW, we had a women's match. We had Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Shayna. And Dr. Britt Baker came out with Rebel. I'm not, like I think I said this before in another video, I'm not too familiar with Rebel, but I'm familiar with Britt Baker. And I'm getting familiarized with Shayna? Is her name Shayna? Shauna? No, I'm pretty sure it's Shayna. But anyway, it was a good match. I like both of their in-ring skills. It's something about, I don't know what it is, but it's something about when wrestlers do a sling blade. There's like certain moves that wrestlers do that they're probably pretty good in the ring. I don't know, I feel like every wrestler I see that does a sling blade is pretty good in the ring. So people like Seth Rollins, who's that Japanese guy who does sling blade all the time? Tanahashi. There's somebody else who does a sling blade. Finn Balor. Britt Baker. Does Adam Cole or Johnny Gargano do a sling blade? Possibly. But yeah, everybody who does a sling blade, solid wrestler. So they had a good match. It was back and forth. Rebel got involved in the match a couple of times trying to distract Shayna. Shayna was probably about to go for a finisher. I'm not too sure what her finisher is called because honestly, this is my first time I've ever seen her in a match. Because I haven't kept up with AEW like all the way through from beginning to end when they started. So I haven't seen some of these. I know some people's names and I'm familiar with them from other companies, but I know Shayna from like social media. That's pretty much it with wrestling. I don't know her moveset or anything like that. But Rebel distracted Shayna towards the end of the match. Britt Baker got her into the lockjaw, which is her signature move, her finisher submission move. And then Shayna tapped out. Afterwards, because Britt Baker is a heel. She's a good heel. Britt Baker and Rebel decided to start beating up on Shayna. But then Rosa Thunder, I believe that's her name. She's from NWA Wrestling. Rosa Thunder came out and she saved Shayna, and Britt Baker Rebel just like hightailed it, ran out. So I think Rosa Thunder is supposed to go against Britt Baker at some point, maybe at a pay-per-view or something. I'm not too sure. But anyway, it was a good match, and let's see what happens next on AEW. Alright guys, so lastly, on AEW this week we had a 8-man tag match. We had the team of the Bullet Club, which is the Young Bucks, and the Good Brothers. Yeah, they call them the Good Brothers. They came out and they went off against the Dark Order. The members of the Dark Order, I had to write down some people's names because I don't know everybody's name like that. We have Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, Alex Riddle, and John Silver. So those guys from the Dark Order came out. They went against the Bullet Club, consisting of Nick, Matt Jackson, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. And it was a good match. It was probably, out of all the matches that happened, I would say that's my top, like my second favorite match. So the match that happened earlier in the night with Jungle Boy and Dax Hardwood, I would choose that match to be the best match of the night. And then this 8-man tag was the second best match of the night. Something I didn't realize everybody, well, all those 4 guys from the Dark Order are phenomenal wrestlers. Like, nobody's lacking in skills from the Dark Order. Like, Evil Uno, great heel, entertaining, can wrestle. Stu Grayson, same thing, can just go like a machine. John Silver can go like a machine. And Alex Riddle, very technically sound. He can fly around a little bit here and there. But all four people from the Dark Order are very good wrestlers. Of course, we already know everybody from the Bullet Club are phenomenal wrestlers. Young Buck is like one of my favorite tag teams ever. But yeah, they had a good match, a good back and forth, a lot of crazy moves. There's a lot of crazy sequences too. Something about wrestling that I really like is when they do sequences. So like when they'll have a back and forth just non-stop. So like say like somebody like John Silver or Stu Grayson hit one person from the team and then jumped out and hit the other person and then did a jump front kick to the other person and do a suicide dive out the ring on another person. Just like consistently keep doing moves, like a chain of moves. That's really cool to me. I really like seeing like those like crazy sequence things. The Young Bucks do it all the time. Yeah, they had a good match. Matt Jackson was doing his thing. Nick Jackson, what did Nick Jackson do? I don't know what this move's called. I gotta look at what it's called. It's called the Escalera. That's what I heard the commentator say. Escalera. I might be saying that wrong, but it's some crazy move when he just like kind of jumps up on the rope and then he just like jumps and does like kind of like a spiral tap, kind of twist in the air onto people. What else happened? There was some crazy moves. There was a crazy like 4-way super kick that was funny to me. They hit the Magic Killer. The Good Brothers hit the Magic Killer on I think it might have been Stu Grayson. I don't know. They got the 1, 2, 3. The Bullet Club beat the Dark Order. So that was at the end of AEW. But then as they were celebrating, guess who comes out? Rey Fenix. So Rey Fenix came out. Rey Fenix is crazy. He's a crazy high flyer. Rey Fenix literally did a springboard double drop kick to the Young Bucks. And when I say he was in the air for a couple of seconds, he springboarded so high up in the air and did a double drop kick. It was crazy. And then he started getting beat up by the Good Brothers. And then, what's his name? Yeah, he started getting beat up by the Good Brothers. Then Jon Moxley came out and helped him. So Rey Fenix, they were all on the outside of the ring, and Rey Fenix and Jon Moxley were inside the ring. Then Rey Fenix did like a suicide dive through like the middle rope. But the way he did it, he did like a suicide dive senton and landed like sitting on the barricade, which was crazy to me. And he flew with a lot of velocity into those guys. So that was like crazy. And then guess who else comes out? Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega comes out. He tries to, I guess, take his like shoes. He has dress shoes. For guys, like your dress shoes, sometimes it has like a pointy end. And he was gonna hit Jon Moxley in the face with his shoe. But Jon Moxley saw him coming. Jon Moxley hit him with the paradigm shift, and he hit him with a crazy paradigm shift. This is another thing. I like that Kenny Omega knows how to sell a move like nobody else. Kenny Omega got a stiff paradigm shift, and he was like doing a headstand. It was hilarious. But yeah, that was the end of AEW. I really enjoyed AEW from like start to finish. Thanks for watching the recap for AEW this week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Anybody else, if there's anybody you know who likes watching wrestling and maybe they don't have enough time to like watch the shows all the way through and they want to hear like kind of like, you know, a review of it so they know what happened with like clips and stuff like that, don't be afraid to share the channels to them and let them check it out. Later on, I'm gonna probably in an Instagram post or something, I might make a YouTube video about it too, about like some things that have been going on with YouTube, because if you're wondering why like I haven't been consistent with like the stuff I put out with like the highlight videos or the reactions, like every now and then you're getting a reaction which is like weeks apart, or highlight videos are like way far apart, or even the recap is way far apart. I'm gonna make a video and probably Facebook, Instagram posts about why that is, because it's like a lot of stuff going on with like trying to figure out YouTube and the channel. So and maybe new things I'm gonna have to implement. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your week, and as always, peace out.